Hello and welcome to Art Friends, where we are friends who like art. My name is Coda, and I am joined by my friends.
Coda,
The other
more
two
like
art friends
eager.
say their names.
That was the first time we've actually gotten through an intro decently, and you guys both both had
We
a different
butchered it.
gag to ruin it in mind.
You're welcome. The other art friends say their names. Hello, I'm Coen.
I am Copalia.
Sick. We're the Co brothers.
Yeah, I was so happy. I was
We are
like,
all
look, I
males.
just said an intro on the first try without messing up.
I
And then I
mean,
was like,
to be honest, it's not that hard of an intro. We're
It
just
really ain't.
professionals at screwing it up.
No, we just want to be quirky and funny every time we do it, and in actuality, we are not.
hey.
Quirky. But guys, speaking of being quirky and funny, people who say they're fully self-taught, am I right? Pretentious assholes? No, I'm kidding.
What? Did Cohen just really
I'm
go that
kidding.
way?
No, but I mean, there is some truth to that.
There is some truth to that. Don't worry, we're not calling you guys pretentious.
But we are
Behind.
calling you assholes.
Well, guys, we're all self-taught, I think.
Are
No.
we?
Somewhat.
Are we?
Like everyone's. We're gonna get into that. Today, we're gonna talk about being self taught. By technical terms, everyone is self taught in some way.
Unless they go to art
And
school.
we're gonna talk about that. No, even then, you have some aspect of being self taught.
Okay, so by like how people normally think about it, are we all self-taught?
Coda,
Boys?
wait.
Cody, you're literally in an art college.
What Cohen, there is some truth to the pretentiousness that Cohen was talking about. You'll go on Instagram and you'll see these Instagram bios that are like self-taught artist
Yes.
or like fully self-taught. And what do you think people mean when they say that?
That they probably haven't learned art via art school.
Yeah, I think it all depends on like definitions, the different definitions people have of being self-taught. As with most debates, I've figured. Like I had a debate with a friend once about the color purple, and if it's real, and in the end we figured out that we had the discussion in the first place because we had different like definitions of what is considered existing. That was a fun thing to realize. And I think like everyone is self-taught in a way, I feel like, but that's a bit too far into it. Basically, when when
Cohen,
people
what's with
say
that
they're
ambulance?
self-taught, I'm sorry, I can't help people getting shot. No. I don't live in America.
Just don't shoot them, dude.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I'm the only person in the country with a gun, and I have to abuse my power. Anyhow,
Wait, aren't you
when
like...
people say
Sorry, yes, continue.
when people say they're self-taught, I think they're of course referring to teaching themselves how to do art or teaching themselves how to do any form of
So
study.
like they never take a class.
They never
They're just like, I
take a
found all
class.
this on the internet.
But I feel like again that's a thing of definitions, because some people will consider self-taught to be, like you said earlier, or Opalia said earlier actually, not going to like an art college or school or having art lessons. But
Right.
like I consider self-taught to be a more like fully self-taught in my mind doesn't exist, because fully self-taught, that just doesn't happen. I guess when you come out of the womb, you're fully self-taught because you haven't learned anything. But like without any exterior input, you are not going to learn anything because there is nothing to stimulate you to learn. There is nothing to learn.
Right.
I would argue
I can
that
picture a baby, like,
Yeah.
the moment it's born, quickly getting on Instagram and putting self-taught in their
Self-taught.
bio. It's like, one chance to put this.
And then they get taught how to use a pencil and they're like, dang! Dang it.
The only thing that we are having self-taught is literally breathing.
And other instinctual stuff. That's taught by Mother Nature, baby.
Mother Nature, baby. Devote yourself to Mother Nature.
Hell yeah. Mama nature.
That could have gone so many rounds, dude. I was so scared of my own sentence.
So many rounds.
This is going a lot of rounds.
Rounds on
But
me.
yeah, Opalia, how would you define being self-taught?
Literally the same as Coen.
Just like not going into any art classes or like,
Yeah, like
or at least how you think people define it.
yeah, teaching yourself how to do stuff. Yeah, you thought I was going to drop the ass bomb.
Stuff.
I've also never heard it referred to as the S-bomb.
I mean, when people
Kinda
say the
be a
S-bomb,
bomb.
they most of the time refer to either a very specific kind of thermonuclear bomb or going to the bathroom.
I'm talking about the thermonuclear bomb.
Okay, cool.
Bump.
Bump. Bunk.
Bonk.
Anyhow, Coda, how would you define being self-taught?
Well,
And
I would
Wait, actually,
I
how would
wouldn't
you
define
define
it.
being self-taught, and how would you define being fully self-taught?
Well, I think the way people use it on like I've been saying, Instagram bios, like I'm self-taught artist, is kind of a misconception in a way. It's incorrect
I mean, what?
because
Oh, sorry, it's Coda
ahead.
time.
Coda
There's
time.
no times. Go ahead, Opalia.
Coda
What I thought
time.
about, maybe people think that being self-taught is just like watching videos on their own or like looking at things, drawing them, and like learning through that, like through copying. And they don't think that they have like learned through the videos. Like they think that they have learned through pretty much not going to art school and like.
Yeah, like I said before,
Right.
it really depends on the definition you have of being self-taught and being fully self-taught.
Right. I think the common like what everyone says is self-taught is I learned how to do this from the internet.
Fully self-taught,
Or
that
like
is.
from watching anime and like
Yeah.
drawing a lot in my life.
Or like just reading a bunch of how to draw books.
I
But, like,
watched this one anime and I suddenly knew how to draw.
I already know everything of anatomy, where every muscle sits. I know their name. I know their favorite food and their hair color.
You might after watching Dragon Ball Z.
The anime did not feature any kind of vegetation, but I know how to draw every single plant on planet Earth.
I know how to draw a cactus. That's all I need.
I mean, yeah. Oh, imagine a cactus forest. That'd be cool.
Ooh.
I want
So,
that.
yeah, I think how people commonly define it is didn't go to art classes. But,
Or like
I mean,
didn't have someone who told them how to do stuff. Maybe.
right. So, but I think I would define self-taught as literally having no external information being given to you.
Fully
You
self-taught.
have fully self-taught. Well, that's what's being self-taught by definition means you taught yourself. You did not learn from YouTube videos. You did not learn from.
No, self-taught is part of the definition. Everyone teaches themselves in some way or another. Like, no one's either fully like externally taught and no one's fully self-taught. It's always a bit of a mix.
Right.
Like, it's always not a bit, just a mix. Because
Right. To be fully self-taught is to innovate, though. You know, you have to do something.
yeah, but you
that you've never
innovate
seen.
with the information and the input that's given to you, which could be considered exterior.
Can I just? In Clip Studio, there's like a pre-saved brush that literally says for coloring in. That's its own purpose. It doesn't have any other purpose than coloring in stuff. And I'm always using a different brush to color in, and now I feel bad for that brush.
What is my purpose? You color in. Oh my god.
I got that reference. Hooray.
I also got it.
Hooray. Hooray. Everyone has
Triple
got it.
reference.
Who figured that people would get one of the most one of the most popular science fiction cartoons
Exactly.
of this
It's Phineas and Ferb.
time?
Ferbs.
Yeah, for sure.
Phineas.
Phineas and
favorite
Furries.
science fiction.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
Oh no. Furby.
Wait,
Oh, I said the Furby's already a thing.
Coda.
Phineas and Furbies.
Coda. Did I hear your phone ring?
Yeah.
What did I just tell you about turning it off?
I muted it. It's just it still buzzes.
That is
I get a lot of texts.
Coda, stop being so
Coda.
popular.
Gotta stop being so popular with the girls. I get that they all want to go out with you because you're cool and you're
I just
popular and you
imagine-
have muscles.
Coda,
But like, come on, we're recording an episode, dude.
Ah, yes, my favorite girls. I'll scroll through my contacts. Dad, Kyle, Justin, Miles, Ben, Austin, Robert.
and
the hottest
Opalia,
of girls.
you forgot about me. How dare you forget
I
about me? I literally wrote you
You're a
out.
girl?
No, Opalia's male. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm a dude.
There are
I
no
have a
girls on
big
the
old
internet.
schlongamadonga.
Don't.
There-
I'm gonna bleep that out.
A
That's gonna
schlongamadonga
make
isn't.
it worse.
Yeah, really. You could just keep in the schlongamadonga. I said it like 3
What
times.
Big badonka
What if I just
honkers.
bleeped all those out?
Schlongamadonga, schlongamadonga.
What if you just
schlongamadonga.
bleep out Opalia for the entire episode?
Just every time I talk, it's like, wah.
Opalia
Look.
has been replaced by a duck.
Wah.
But anyhow, I would, to quickly go back to this point before I go, I would say there's like 2 ways of like getting taught, which is being self-taught, which is like internally, aka everything that's you, and like getting, I don't know what the correct word, but like externally being taught or being externally taught. And everything that's external is what goes in, and everything that happens within is being self-taught. And these are very, you could call them extreme definitions, which happens to mean that because they're so extreme, like they're literally as extreme as they can be, so no one is physically able, like you're literally not able to be one and not the other one. Because if you're like I said before, if you're only self-taught, you're a baby. You just came out of the womb, and even then, you got some instincts and like basically programmed brain knowledge, reptile brain stuff from the womb, from Mother Nature. So you could consider that external. But even if you want to have it strictly for art, getting taught how to use a pencil, I would consider being like external teaching. Watching a single YouTube video
I was just
on
about
art.
to say that. So if you learn that the concept of drawing exists from somebody else,
You're not
if somebody's
You're
like-
not fully self-taught anymore.
yeah, if someone's like,
bad.
"Hey, this thing exists where you put lines on paper," you're like, "Oh, I never thought about that. Therefore, you didn't teach it to yourself, and therefore, you're not fully self-taught."
Okay, but guys, there's kind of a way where you can like say I have self-taught myself like the basics. For example, I have learned them
Mhm.
through researching by looking at muscles, looking at other things. Is that then
Yes.
like teaching yourself?
I think like it leans more into teaching yourself because the external teaching, the stereotype is of course being in an art class doing live drawing or whatever, or having an instruction or an instructor or an art teacher's blare perspective tricks at you or whatever.
I actually
But I feel like even just the fact that life exists for you to look at is a form of external teaching.
that reminds me of a story that
What
kind
is
of
it?
has to do with that. So I had a teacher. First of all, he was a religion teacher, a geometry teacher, and an art teacher. Right? That's cool
What?
and all. But he had 2 more jobs. On the other hand, he was a lawyer, and on the other hand, he was in a punk rock band. Nice dude.
I've never heard of a man this talented, this
I
multi-talented.
know.
So in the same day, he could be like, okay, this is trigonometry. Okay, guys, this is how you draw a circle. Okay, guys, this is God. This is Jesus. Okay, guys, punk rock never dies. Okay, guys, I forgot what was the last one.
I just
Lawyer.
won your butt $1 million.
Lawyer.
So anyways,
Lawyer. Sorry, bro, you're guilty.
that dude is already like god tier galaxy brain, you know?
Like, come on. What the hell?
Yeah, really. And
Leave some talent for the rest of us.
we had
Leave
him
some
like
skill for the rest of us.
we had him as a substitute teacher in art, and he taught us perspective. And I was like, I really don't understand perspective. Could you help me? And he's like, what are you, self-taught? And then he just turned away, and I felt so
Whoa!
Whoa!
I was just like, what did you just do? Then he started laughing and came back and actually explained it to me, and I didn't understand it.
This lad is the coolest dude I've ever heard of.
No, he once screamed at me because I was talking too loudly.
Fair.
The thing is, imagine, like, you know that voice that, like, it says, like, this summer, that in that movie.
He sounded like that.
Yes!
Bro, I'm gonna travel to Germany and interrogate every single person.
My client is
I'm
innocent.
I'm gonna interrogate every single person there. Imagine a punk rock band.
His singing voice is, funnily enough, actually very high.
I mean, it's punk rock, so yeah.
Yeah. I need to...
This summer.
Legendary teacher aside. But, like, I just had to think of him. Like, I sometimes think of him every now and then, and I get happy.
Jesus loves you.
Oh, he was singing about organ traits, you know, with an angel in the music video.
Organ traits?
You need to link.
You want my heart, bro? I'll take a heart for a liver.
Opalia, you need to link this music video right after we're done recording, and we're gonna link it in the description if we can find it.
Yes.
Maybe not, because that would dox him, but I can show it to you guys.
Alright.
I mean, that would just give him clouds. Anyhow, being self-taught, am I right, guys? So in what ways, Coda, I'm interrupting you by asking you a question. In what ways are you self-taught?
Well, I think being self-taught... So, let's look at this. Just one more thing to figure out what self-taught really is. Because it's a bit... Because we have our extreme definition. Yeah. And then we have our... We could have a more practical definition so that people get to put it in their bios.
Bio. We're not going to call this the practical one because I used the other one in practice, but we're going to call this one the bio. The bio definition. Which sounds like a really biological...
Definition! He said definition.
It sounds like a really fancy biology term, but no.
It's a bio definition. Bio definition does sound so fancy, gosh.
You come into a
friends,
restaurant,
more
you
like
say bio
science
definition.
Science friends.
Friends.
That's a show.
It is?
Oh yeah, it is!
We just stole from them.
That's such a good show.
See, we are not even self-taught in our jokes.
Yeah, except we're not animated.
Alright.
Coda.
Alright, so let's look at this. What's the difference between learning from a teacher in person and learning from, say, binging Mark Crilly's YouTube videos?
You learn how to draw anime.
I mean, you could argue that Mark Crilly is the teacher in this situation.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
I think the difference is that one is online class.
Does, let's say, binging Mark Crilly's YouTube videos make you self-taught?
No.
So then, if you learn from YouTube tutorials or reading books, because the author of the book would be the teacher, you're no longer self-taught.
Yeah.
But what if you learn from nothing?
But this is the practical definition. If we want to go with the bio definition, I think we should change it to you learned without another person or another organization's or whatever, or another team's direct help. So it's only like indirect, like a book.
Without another... No, not... What was the word?
What?
What?
Organism?
Excuse me?
What's the...
Organism?
Organism? Organization?
Like, what is a human cell clump called?
A what?
A what?
Another human.
Amalgamation?
No. It's a word with O.
Oh.
What? Can you say what you're trying to think of again?
You know, hear me say that you always first say the thing you want the most, so I'm kind of concerned about you.
Lucky for us, Coen is not the one editing the video. Organism!
We said that!
You literally said that earlier!
I don't care. It sounded wrong, okay? I had to say it myself.
Can I
wrong
just say,
when
you can
say
cut
it.
this out, but can I just say that it's kind of concerning that you say the word more than you say the word organism?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyhow.
Hey, my acrylic paint is drying. Can I even afford another side tangent?
No.
No.
You have ran out of tangent budgets, my dude. None left. Dried up.
Dang
You
it.
have used thy tangent budget.
Yes. What were we talking about again? What was I saying?
So we were trying to figure out
I remember.
the bio definition.
Being self-taught. Oh yeah, another organism telling you how to do stuff is actually
feel
not
like
being self-taught.
we
That's
can,
what I
for
wanted to say.
Yeah, but I would consider it another human being, because I don't think a dog is gonna teach you anytime soon. But I feel like...
What are you saying? My cat taught me how to hunt for birds.
I mean, that's not art-related. Sure.
You haven't
I learned from the wolves to survive. Anyhow.
the art of hunting, dude. Racist much?
What? Wouldn't that be speciesist?
Speciest.
Speciesist.
So
That
what
sounds
are you-
like a dish.
It sounds delicious.
Would you like some of speciest?
I would
know,
like
right?
to eat that.
So what's this bio definition? The bio definition would probably be no
Direct
in-person
teaching.
help, no direct teaching.
No direct teaching by another human, only indirect stuff like learning from YouTube tutorials or books. So that's the
Right.
bio definition, I guess. The bio definition.
Still think
So-
I'm very fancy for saying that.
Yes. Also, everyone who listens to this, who has fully self-taught in their bio, we're not mad. We just want you to now put in parentheses bio definition in your bio.
If
like
not,
this,
we will report you.
we will report you. We will absolutely destroy you with our clouds.
We will avenge you.
That's
That's
the opposite.
wrong
That's
word.
the wrong word.
That means they got hurt, and we're going to hurt the person who hurt them
Except we're the ones hurting them in this situation.
because they first lied to all their clout.
Exactly, they lied to people, so we are avenging for the people that they lied to.
She's smart.
Wow, she outdid us.
She
done got us.
And
She
that's
got
why
us.
I always win in Among Us against you. No, Coen is actually very good at manipulating. You wouldn't believe Coda.
What? I never manipulate people.
I remember that one game where I just immediately called Coda out and afterwards Coen. That was perfect. Like, because Coda sounded way too nervous to not be the imposter.
This is another side tangent. You used up your budget like 50 minutes ago.
That's how you use them.
Boys,
Boy.
I'm self-taught inside
But I
Boys.
think
tangents.
we have our bio definition. Also,
We
it might
do.
sound like a negative that you now have to include bio definition in your bio, but it'll make you seem fancier.
Bio
it will.
definition.
You say self-taught by bio definition, and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa."
Whoa.
Bye bio.
I'm gonna change my bio after this to just bio definition. That's all it's gonna be. But yeah, guys, in what way, if we use the technical and the bio definition after each other, in what ways do you think you're self-taught? Like, what did you teach yourself, and what did you teach? Did you get taught more directly?
But yeah, I think we all kind of taught ourselves, like fully self-taught some skills. Like I learned how to use blank without ever watching a video on it or any inside input. But also
How to use what?
Do you mean by bio definition?
I'm just saying as an example.
Oh,
Fully
okay.
self-taught, I can use to if I learn to
I thought you were censoring yourself at first.
Yeah.
no, like but if I ever learn how to fully use how to draw with charcoal without ever seeing anybody else draw with charcoal, then I will be fully self-taught on charcoal drawing. But which even then, that's a bit fuzzy of a definition, but we'll just say that's how it works for now. But
Just pretend.
bio definition. So are you guys fully self-taught with anything? Like you've just never seen anyone else do it before you learned how to do it?
Literally nothing.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever just invented a new way of doing something.
And even then, you probably got it by combining some other stuff.
Yeah.
It's all been done.
What about you, Opalia? Is there anything that you think you were kind of fully self-taught at, like you kind of just made up without ever seeing anyone else do it?
Hair, clothes, vine snakes.
Did you say fine?
She said fine snakes, and the thing is, that's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you learned from pictures, but like you never watched a tutorial on how to draw a vine snake.
Exactly, I could just draw them out of my head.
What the hell?
After drawing one.
From a picture.
This feels like bullying. Anyhow.
It does. I watched it happen. Opalia drew one vine snake from a photo over a call. 2 weeks later, I was like, remember that vine snake? And she just drew another one from memory. And I was like, what?
No!
I'm also self-taught in drawing wings. Good job, Cat.
Pictures of wings.
Yeah, but you've probably seen other people draw wings.
Maybe I didn't.
What?
Ooh. But
Mysterious.
yeah, by the bio definition, are you guys self-taught?
Yeah.
And if so, are you self-taught at everything or just some things?
Most things.
Self-taught in briefing. No. No, but the bio definition, like, I'm pretty sure everyone has had art classes at some point. And Coda, you're literally the person who taught me perspective stuff, 3 points.
Right, I got perspective taught by Coen.
Wait, that happened?
Wait, I taught you perspective.
Yeah.
Opalia.
No, Coen, I first did it and then you did it, you freaking copy.
What?
Coda did
How
better.
did you-
Did I ever do that?
Yes, you did.
I was probably bad if I don't remember it.
I actually
anyhow.
had... the thing is, I had less lessons with Coda, but it was before Coda taught me.
Ah. Huh, I've taught both of you perspective nerds.
I still suck at it, so you didn't do a good job.
Wow. I take personal offense that you're bad.
I'm gonna quote that one.
I love that! I take personal offense that you're bad!
Should I include the wow? Wow. ...
Yeah, go ahead.
I take
Then the quotes chat in the Discord
Oh,
channel.
loud
I
woofer.
take personal offense that you're bad.
Yeah, Coda, you should teach me more. Mila!
Oh, I thought that was Coda at
It's
first.
Mila.
So, I think we've... Like, technically, if we go with the extreme definitions, every single one of us has watched a YouTube video on it at some point.
Yeah.
Or, like,
I don't
got
think
some
I would ever
information.
be... I would never want to be fully self-taught at something. Like, if
No.
I ever think of something, I'm like, whoa, I should draw a bike. I immediately Google a ton of videos and photos of bikes. I don't want to be fully self-taught at how to draw a bike.
just
I am
don't
Dutch
want to
and I
draw a
barely
bird,
know
like-
how to draw bikes. Bikes are super hard to draw for me. I should draw them at some point. That would be smart. I am not that smart. What were you going to say, Opalia?
I probably just need to look at a picture. Give me 2 weeks and then I can draw a bike out of my head.
Oh, yeah. Your brain mentally processes the picture, breaks down every single detail subconsciously.
Maybe I am actually
What a
that big
superpower.
of a big brain.
That'd be good.
Then I'm not
I would
Opalia
like that.
anymore. I'm God tier Palia.
God, Palia.
I don't want to have that title.
Oh no. But so yeah, I was bio self-taught up until recently when I started going to college and I have to take art classes. But like I had never in high school or anything
Coda?
taken any form of art class.
Coda?
Yes.
Do my art lessons not mean anything to you?
Coda, do my art lessons not mean anything to you?
Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, really. Wow.
So it's your guys' fault. I'm so bad now.
No,
Well,
that's
you've
just
gotten
you.
better at hair.
That's just you, Coda.
Yeah, really. Coen and I are good teachers. I actually learned a lot from Coen, but I didn't learn enough from you. Okay, I will stop bullying now. I actually learned a lot from you, Coda. I actually understand now how some perspectives work.
I
Yeah.
don't
And sometimes
know
I'm just
anything.
looking inside a room and I'm like, haha, high point perspective.
High point. Oh, the high vanish.
High vanishing point,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
And
talking
people
to
are just like,
Opalia
what are
about
you
horizon
saying? And
lines
I'm like,
stuff. And
yeah.
I'm not high,
Or like,
it's just high
one time-
perspective.
One time
high point perspective.
I stumbled and fell down, and my roommate was like, "Yo, did you just like fall over?" And I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm just changing my vanishing point."
Did you just fall down? Are you okay? Nah, bro, I just changed my vanishing point. Also, I broke my jaw. Please help.
That's how you go
Anyhow.
by that.
What do you guys think are some pros, cons, limitations, benefits of being self-taught and not being self-taught, of getting taught and stuff?
Limitations is when you don't understand stuff.
Yeah, because when you have a teacher around, you can just ask, and they'll
Yeah.
probably have a really good and direct
But then again, I'm
answer.
too prideful, so I never ask the teacher.
Shaking my head.
So here's the thing. I feel like everyone has access to be able to be self-taught. They can go on the internet and look at
This is the bio
all kinds of
definition.
stuff. Yeah, of course. I'm going to be using the bio definition from here on out. You
Yeah, sure.
need to think about finding someone to teach you, because that, in my opinion, is very, very important. Having someone to ask questions to and to see your progress is super, super important.
And it's
Even though-
satisfying.
It is.
Yeah.
Personally, I get that from having lots of friends and peers in art.
You
because
have
I never
friends?
really had a teacher.
Dude! No.
Lonely. I'm
Welcome
so
to Art
lonely.
Friends, the podcast where we are friends who like art, and Coen makes jokes about not having friends, even though that's hilariously contradictory to the entire premise of the podcast. Anyhow,
The funniest
have
part is
friends.
that Coda is literally the one that got bullied in the last 2 episodes.
wait, did we?
I've been bullied throughout the entirety of this show.
That's
No, you
because
haven't.
we know you're good and we know you can handle the bullying. Coda is in fact a wonderful person and a great human being, but we just like to bully him because he is.
Also, he smells like the good smelling soap. You know exactly what soap I'm talking about. That like the one.
Coda, you smell like soap.
Yeah, exactly, Coda. You smell like soap.
Yeah, the one.
That one.
Oh, that one.
You smell like that one
yeah.
soap.
That one soap that everybody is just like.
No, but I feel like we've been smack talking. Okay, I'm not gonna respond to that. I feel like we've been smack talking the pretentious pee holes who've been putting fully self-taught in their Instagram bios and being pretentious and everything.
And
But
pee holes.
yeah,
What is a pee hole?
The hole you pee through.
Oh, I was thinking the letter P, and I was like, what does that stand for?
it's the hole in the
He is
letter
too
P.
innocent.
He is too innocent.
Look at him go.
This is why we bully him.
I mean, yeah, but like, oof.
Wait, now that I think of it, the P kind of looks like male genitalia.
Mm.
You're never gonna unsee this. I am not sorry.
Oh no, it does.
It's really looking like that.
The thing is, I have a keyboard. Oh no, I have a keyboard.
The thing is, I have
Yes,
a keyboard. I'm gonna quote that one.
As if Coen and I just don't have it. I even have it on my screen, Coda. You heard me. I have it on my screen. It's a keyboard I use
Thing
by
is-
typing on it with my screen.
No.
Yes?
Wrong.
Yes.
Opalia has this keyboard. She doesn't actually use the keyboard. She has a keyboard that pops up on her screen, and she individually clicks the letters. And it's.
I mean, Coda, you have a keyboard on your desk, and you individually click the letters.
But like, she clicks them with her mouse. Like she's like.
Yeah, you click them with your finger.
I tap them.
Yeah, why didn't you click them with your elbows?
Yeah, really, dude. What's wrong with you?
My elbows are not that skinny. They would hit at least 2 keys at once.
Maybe lose
More
weight
like
with them.
5. Anyhow, but I feel like
Never heard that.
but I feel like being self-taught also has some definite benefits. Like when you only have art class, there's a thing that happens where you start to stagnate or just lose interest. Because I feel like when you self-teach yourself in aspects, you kind of learn how to learn. You learn how to teach yourself, which is just learning how to learn. And you kind of build up, like, knowing how to learn efficiently and knowing how to study or whatever efficiently is a very valuable skill, in my opinion.
For everything, not just drawing.
Yeah, everything. This goes for public speaking, going to the toilet, plumbing.
Thank you for listing off some of the things that are included in everything, Coen.
Yes.
Cooking.
You're welcome, Coda. No, but I feel like it's also just interest, because people who are self-taught generally are more involved with what they do. So I think the reason they put it in their banners or their bios or whatever, they kind of use it as banners. Like, we have so much patience and we have so much interest in this subject that we can teach ourselves. We don't need no teachers. That was a double negative, so yeah.
You got the sass on.
But-
We don't need no teachers.
Exactly. And then, like, the finger snap as you walk away. But, whatchamacallit, I think also if you're self-taught, you have more interest kind of inherently because you're deciding to go home and work on this as opposed to somebody feeding you the information. You're searching it out and, like, really working to find it.
I don't think any artist comes home and is like, oh god, I gotta teach myself how to draw. I wish I could stop.
I bet you there are some kids who, like, learn how to draw in high school art class, and now they're just like, wait, now I have to go online and watch a bunch of Jazza's
That's
old
different.
videos.
Well, there's like a...
Jazza is in fact the only tutorial YouTuber on
There's actually like a common thing... There's actually a common thing where people see, like, very good artists like Coda, and they're like...
Opalia.
No. Wrong.
Anyways.
Like Coda.
And
Wrong.
and they like see us draw and they're like, oh wow, they're so good, I could never get that good. And then they just give up on learning, and we're like, haha, I'm drawing for 14 years.
Jeez, that was stretching. But go ahead, Opalia. Sorry.
What?
Continue.
Oh. Dang it, I censored myself the whole episode, and now you confuse me so much that I f***ing cursed, you f***ing piece of...
No, you didn't!
Oh yeah, I said orgasm earlier, didn't I?
And schlongest dongest, or whatever you said.
Coda!
Coda!
I fucking never
I
wanted
thought
to
you didn't
curse.
swear.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna beep that out and everyone's gonna be so confused.
Coda, did you just do a swore?
Coda swore.
You just swore? Opalia, you were saying something interesting. Continue.
Yes.
How to get away with it.
People look at good artists like Coda. Continue the sentence.
Oh yeah, and they're like, oh my god, I cannot do that, like, oh, I'm never going to be that great, and then they just don't learn. Meanwhile, it's like us being here, like, haha, I have learned how to draw for like 18 years, I also have traced like Coda and Opalia. That kind of just gave me depressing memory of a talk yesterday.
Oh.
So, my roommate was drawing on my drawing tablet, right? And we have
Opalia, you
someone
lost
visiting
your
us.
tangent budget,
Doesn't matter.
but go ahead.
Doesn't matter. It's a good tangent because it's depressing, and depressing stuff is always good.
Oh.
So anyways, and he was like commenting on her, like, oh wow, you're drawing so well. And then he looked at me, Coen, bad.
All right,
Thanks,
Opalia, from the
Discord.
top.
Okay, so pretty much, the man looked at her and was like at her art and was like, "Wow, you're so good." Then he looked at me, was like, "I have seen you draw yesterday. You're more of a newbie, aren't you?" And I just sat there like, I draw for 14 years already. And I was like, "So you think I'm a beginner?" And they're like, "Yeah, I think you're like pretty like in the beginning of your art journey." And I was just there like, let me just quickly spit out the blood that is inside of me. But like, oh,
All
it
of
still
it.
hurts me.
The blood goes out.
Blood
Thanks
for
a
the
lot.
blood god.
But like, that still hurts me, dude.
Fair.
Ah, frick.
I had a buddy who actually I'm not gonna tell a story about my buddy. What was I?
My
I had
buddy.
a funny story, a depressing story about myself
Oh.
that I was gonna say, but I forgot.
Let's
because
go, depression.
Coda's brain is so positively minded that when he even thinks of the memory of a bad or depressing thing that happened to him, his brain will just shut off.
Also, Coen, can we talk about how seductive his voice just when it was just like, yeah, bro.
No,
That's
Polly,
such a
that's
good-
just you.
Yeah, true. I'm always seductive.
No. Not what I meant.
I think he meant you're always seduced.
Yeah, true.
Why not both?
Exactly. Like, you can be seductive and being seduced. Do you know what you were about to say, Coda, before this turns even weirder?
I feel like
No.
the emotion we are describing here can be simplified into one word, and that word is horny. Anyhow.
No! I thought you were going to say simp, and I almost said yeah.
Oh,
Simp also works.
I do have one quick story about my friend drawing on my tablet, just how your friend drew on yours.
Go ahead.
So he'd been talking, he was like, I kinda wanna get a drawing tablet. I was like, you can try mine out. And so he was drawing on it.
Is it the star story?
And it's a star thing. So he was in Clip Studio, and in Clip Studio, the keyboard shortcut to get to your brush is B. But there's like 3 variations of brushes, and to cycle through them, you hit B. So B is 1 brush, B is 2 brush, B is 3 brush. And then
B
it goes
is
back
the
to 1
normal
if you hit it
brush, the
again.
airbrush, or the special brushes.
Yeah. So I was like, hit E to go to the eraser and B to go to the thing. And then another friend of mine knocks on the door. I'm like, I'm gonna go get the door. I'll be right back. I walk downstairs and I talk to my buddy for a little bit, and I come back up and he's at the drawing tablet, just like, and he slowly looks back from where he's sitting at the door, peering over his shoulder, and I see on the canvas is just covered in glitter. And he goes, help, it's all stars. He hit B too many times and didn't know how to undo it.
This is what we call a B-ra moment.
Yep.
Haha, imagine having that issue. Hashtag Photoshop gang.
Haha. Imagine not having 3D models.
Haha, imagine not having an actual art program.
Haha, imagine not having the liquify tool.
We do.
No, you don't. Doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah,
No one
it's
ever
in,
said.
no, it's in the Clip Studio store. You can have it.
Never happened.
Literally, Clip Studio superior. Look at her.
Clip gang.
Clip gang. Coda, let's high five.
Wait.
That sounds like the worst book club. Clip gang.
Are you telling us that we're just a book club?
Clip gang. Alright, guys.
Today I have read a poem of Socrates. Tomorrow is going to be Plato. Plato.
Socrates doesn't have any poems.
Okay, guys, today I'm gonna read out the hour-long joke. It's gonna be great.
Oh, Nate the Snake.
Nate the Snake.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna read Nate the Snake. I've wrote it and added some of my
Okay,
own
but guys, we
details.
should get back. Come on, Cohen doesn't have all day.
No, I
Alright.
have 10 minutes left, roughly.
Okay.
So, guys,
Speed
what are the limitations of being self-taught?
I don't think there are any.
Not being
Like,
able to ask
Art is
questions.
limitless.
Having it.
Yeah, you can't ask questions, but like while asking questions really helps, it doesn't actually limit you. Like, it's not like you can't get far without asking questions.
Yeah, you
I
just
feel
have to
like
answer them on
but
your own or
I
like
still
Google.
feel like it's not gonna limit you too much, but I feel like at a certain point in learning, it is gonna limit you. Like, I feel like at some point in the learning process, you're gonna need a teacher in some way.
Yeah, it most likely will, but it doesn't have to.
Yeah, it doesn't have to, but I feel like at some point you like risk stagnating a bit, but because when you have this teacher, I feel like you can constantly ask him questions. He can learn you new material. He will bring you
Isn't
up
it
to
teach you?
uh, Dutch
Try to
grammar
get
sucks,
learnt.
okay?
Y'all want to get learnt?
Y'all want to get learned?
My teacher, when he tries to learn all the names of the students.
Y'all want to get learned?
What even is this episode, dude?
It's a good one.
I like it.
I like myself.
So,
Because no one else
yeah.
does.
Wow.
No. So
The fact that you're not saying, no, that's not true, but you're just like, wow.
Yep, you're in the podcast called Art Friends with your friends, yet no one likes you.
No, that's
I
you,
thought
Coda.
Me in real life.
No.
So,
Jesus, Coen, what happened? Did you fall off your table?
Coen.
that was
Maybe.
that me.
Oh.
Coen.
I love it how you were just like that me.
Coen.
I'm sorry, when I just hear then I don't think it's like Coda.
Coda, I want you to say that was me, guys. Sorry, in about 5 seconds.
Coen.
Come on!
You blew the joke, you mad
You
lad.
blew the bit. You took the bit. You
Not the
looked
bit.
at it. You got the joke. You threw it out the window. My joke and my
Like
day
a
is
mad
ruined.
lad. Mine already got ruined, dude.
I'm sorry.
I didn't have my freaking cheese soup.
Cheese soup?
Cheese soup.
Cheese soup?
Shoop?
Shoop! Oh, I love that! I need to make a character called Shoop.
Hi guys,
Oh.
my name is Shoop.
Hi, I'm Shoop! I'm Baby!
Oh
My
no.
full name is Chisu Shoop.
Can we just have an entire secondary episode about how I hate the term I am baby?
Sure. I wanted to have episode 50 being my rant episode. That's going to be like just the overall rant episode now.
Krita. Babies,
Oh, Krita,
children.
you better be ready, Krita.
I hate the term I am baby as well.
I hate it myself, that's why I'm memeing it. The only
Okay.
way to get
I
rid
am
of something
baby.
you hate is overusing it.
When can we get a Hollywood parody of like I Am Legend? That is I Am
But
Baby.
I am baby. I want that.
Please. Alright.
Coda's voice just like
I love how Coen was
Ray.
like, yeah, this episode won't have many side tangents. This episode.
I mean, Opalia, you ran out of budget. I haven't.
I-
I've barely used any. Coda's
Well, I have
used like
used
a
yours
little
if
bit.
you haven't seen it.
What?
Guys, let's try
I'm a
to let's try to finish
No, we're all guys.
Let's try to finish this up.
There are no girls on the internet.
That's true, I don't exist.
Right. And even if you were a girl, I would make sure you were a guy. So
Coda comes in with surgical equipment.
He just has a wee and a wee with him, and he's just going to wee.
Coda is in fact
Please.
a window cleaner.
watch out, guys. I'm gonna this window.
They watch me. Wee, wee. They watch me. I think we broke Opalia.
Watch me.
Jeez, we have an episode to record. Coen doesn't have much time left.
No, this is good. This is quality content. This is why people are subscribed.
Are they?
Oh. Are they? Do we have subscribers?
Coda, what do you think is a benefit of being self-taught?
What is a benefit of being self-taught? I'm glad that we're getting back on track for just a minute. But, like, when you're self-taught, I think we've said it, you're more self-motivated and you're learning how to learn, right? So it's not... When you're not self-taught, and when you're not self-taught, your lessons are fed to you. So somebody's like, here's what you should be doing.
Yeah, I feel like
When in
that's what I
reality-
was about to say. I feel like you get like a wider array, a wider variety, a bigger arsenal of like ways to learn art. And of course,
Right.
the more like variety you have, the better you're probably gonna understand it because you've learned it from all these different angles. And by the way, we're not saying that one is better than the other. The ideal situation is actually where you do both, where you have
Yeah.
peers and art friends who can teach you and you can teach them. You can and teach yourself because it gives you like the widest array of information, and the more information you're better gonna get informed, you know.
Right.
Also, teaching is a way of learning, so teach other people because it really helps. We might talk about that in a future episode.
Yeah.
Teaching.
Well, okay, so that's a bit
Yeah.
yes and no. Teach other people if you kind of know what you're talking about, because there are... So, Cynics has this face tutorial that's absolutely incredible. They got, like, 800,000 views.
A million.
And then there's this... did it get a million?
More than a million.
But then there was this face tutorial I watched a while ago on how to draw a female face that has, like, 2 million views. And the girl was just wrong. Like, just factually. Like, she was like, yes, the head is a circle, and then the chin. And she totally left out, like, the oval shape of the top part of the head above the ear.
I mean,
Like,
that's
she was
just...
like, this is a circle.
That's just a different way of doing it. It might be more incorrect factually, but...
No, but she was, like, trying to do it realistic, and it was just
Oh, no.
incorrect. So, like... She was teaching, but she was teaching wrong with confidence. So everyone who watched that video, the 2 million people, are going to be like, yeah, this is how you do this, and just do it wrong now. So be careful teaching.
And then my books be like... But no, I feel like just teaching... I feel like you do need a, like, certain level of competence and experience to teach, like, openly in front of, like, a class or online where it's out in the open. But I feel like you can just teach, like, 5 to 10 people or just your friends. I think that's fine. That's actually good practice because in order to be able to teach something, you really have to understand and be able to break down and explain the subject, which means that if you are able to teach it, you probably know how to do it. So that's good. And teaching in the moment really forces you to think about it. And when people ask you questions about the specific subject, you also learn more because you're forced to think about it because you want to give them an
Right.
answer and that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Left.
Ah, there you go.
Good job.
I'm gonna make
Also,
this
guys,
joke
we
till
should
the
come
end of
to an
time.
end.
What, Opalia?
I might have a bit of
Should-
time. Don't worry.
No, I don't have much time left.
Okay. Then we can round up the episode in just a bit.
Yes.
Well, is there anything else anyone wanted to say on thoughts of pros and cons, or
Prawns.
prawns of being self-taught or being taught by a person?
I mean,
Externally
the only
taught.
pro by being taught is literally just them maybe knowing something that you don't know, like how to solve a problem, because they had the same problem and can like solve it quicker for you.
Also, a benefit of being not self-taught, of being taught in a class, is a lot of times they have like a curriculum. When you're self-taught, it's very easy to get scattered and just be like, I'm gonna learn how to do this and this, and then skip your fundamentals or skip this and like just do things all over the place.
Imagine learning.
Which will help, but it takes longer.
Imagine learning color before you learn value, perspective, and form. Am I right, Coda?
Left.
The only way to get out of that question.
Once I was doing digital art, I was like, wait, I have all the colors?
Coda, hit us with the flawless outro. One take, one go. Go. No pressure, but go.
Alright, so it was a bit of a messy episode, but I enjoyed it. I think it was fun. We got some fun discussion points done.
That's right, bonus points.
What?
That's right, bonus points.
Bonus points. But no, you messed me up! Come
I
on.
didn't, this doesn't count, keep going.
Okay. So, thank everybody for watching. If you would like to watch us on YouTube or Spotify, you can find us under Art Friends, and we also have a Discord and an Instagram at artfriends_cast for the Instagram. That being said, I hope all of you go find an art teacher and change your bios to bio definition if they have self-taught in them.
You gotta do that. And
That's
if
very
people want to
important because
understand
we will find
it,
you.
yeah, we will find you. And if people want to understand why it's there, they gotta watch this episode, which gives us more
You do
clout.
have to watch this episode.
Everyone on Earth has to watch this episode.
Yeah, we gotta bring context to it.
Clout.
Like, you can't just have this new scientific term and have nobody know about it. I mean, have you ever met somebody who doesn't know every scientific term there is?
Can't wait to watch the news on Saturday and be like, this random episode of an art podcast hosted by free nerds on Discord suddenly got 7 billion views. Every single person on Earth watched it, even the ones without internet.
It has surpassed Despacito.
We are Despacito now.
Okay, guys, but it has been a fun episode. We will talk to each other in the next one.
We are Despacito now.
Good job.
Bye.
Bye.
Despacito. Hey.
Despacito. Gee, Coda, what are you, a leftist? Shaking my head. That was a joke. I'm not political. This podcast is not political. I barely know what a leftist is.
Literally, as last episode, break down the government.
Well, to be leftist is basically being racist towards left. I prefer...
That is true.
So, just like the direction. It's like, turn left, and you're like, ew.
Ugh! Left! It's not right. It's really not right.